Hi, this is Universal Vibes with the 411-2020. Today is the 21st of April 2020. Whenever this gets uploaded is whenever it's supposed to. So, what I have is just. Hold on, let me let my cat in. Come on, Zig. He always wants to come in here with me. So, what I have here is a huge play out. And what I mean by play out is what I'm seeing is those of you who chose to bite the apple, there's a huge massive lesson coming out of this that it's going to benefit you, yes. However, it'll put you down for a while. And what I mean by put you down is the put down is basically a growth. It's, you going through a growth process, a renewal process. It's I'm getting way too many images right now. Hold on. So we only get put down to rise up, right? Just as the sun sets, the sun will rise again. But there is that portion of time that we go through a thought process. It's what you think about before you go to bed. It's what you think about when you wake up, in a way. Sorry, I'm getting a download. Hold on. The reason why some of you gave of yourself, right, to a person could be a job. I'm really just seeing, the heart chakra. The reason why you gave so much of yourself was to help clear yourself. So there's times where I don't know why I'm hearing this. Jack be nimble, Jack be quick. Jack, jump over the candlestick. Like, I don't know why that's coming up. That's kind of crazy. It's almost like you were on this tight rope with somebody, and really all it was to bring in growth of your soul, to open your heart to who you really are. So there's times where we will go through horrible experiences, and we will, in the beginning of the experience, we will think we were tricked in some way, but in reality it was just growing you, right? It was giving you wisdom, right, on who you are, for you to find your joy. It was renewing you back to your sovereign soul. And everybody has the ability to become sovereign again. We have free will. And some of the ways that we do this is, here in this plane of existence, is we work on ourselves massively. Like, other people will be like, why are you such a recluse? Why are you not doing what you normally do with us? Like, friends will be like, why did you abandon us? Like, what's going on with you? And some friends will think, that are not for you. They will think, oh, so-and-so is going through some serious depression. Well, everybody kind of goes through it. And if you want to put a label on it as depression, yeah, okay, call it that. But it's called the soul's growth, right? Where we went through a very toxic, you know, timeline and we overcome it, right? And it's a grieving process too. You know, your vibration will be super low day in to day out, but you'll start understanding why um, you attracted the experience. The experience is usually really traumatic, and what you want to do is blame the other person. But in reality, once you come to this heightened awareness, you realize that I was the maker of my own life. I chose certain things. I chose this experience. And yeah, there's a grief stage. Yeah, there's a time where I felt like, it actually was this, but, I was tricked into this thing. Well, even though I was tricked into this thing, right? Like I saw the apple with the worm in it, but I still bit it, right? I took a bite, okay? And it taught me more about myself than any other experience could have because there was such a strong soul tie, or there was such a karmic lesson within it that I hadn't received, fully like understood throughout lifetimes, which I've stated before. Everything's happening at once, okay? There's no such thing as past and future. It's all happening at one time. If you guys can, digest that one. But and some of you understand that, some of you don't. So the growth of the soul really is just the opening of the heart chakra, right? Where you can actually go through these traumas, right? These traumatic events and this and that. And the second that you choose to not be heart based and you choose to go against your intuition, which is just your heart and your higher self, um, you will go through this horrible, nasty experience. And it's no shame on you. It's no shame on the other person. It's just something that maybe both people need to learn, right? And if you continue down that, where you don't address certain things with yourself first and fix yourself first, it's a constant cycle. And the cycle will renew itself over and over. And the only way out of the cycle is two things. It's to advance, right? Get within your heart chakra, or it's to push it away over and over and just work yourself into oblivion. What I mean by that is when you focus on 3D more than yourself, you'll never get over, you'll never like maneuver the lesson. You'll never, it's like a regression period that you'll have over and over with other people. It doesn't have to be the same person. It'll put you into grief because you continue to bite the apple with the worm in it when you saw the worm. Hopefully that made sense. Probably didn't. Um, this is just a part of the heart chakra opening. It's major right now, and also I was seeing it's almost like an okayness, like an okayness with how things happened. It was, it's like we can all look back and sit there and go through the grief process over and over. When you get to the point that you realize it's just a pattern, like you're no longer attracted to that type of energy. And by energy, I mean person, place, or thing. You're just no longer attracted to it. And so, therefore, true healing can occur by basic acknowledgement. So if you go into a egotistical type path, you will go through the grief process again. And it doesn't have to be with the same noun, person, place, or thing. It'll just reoccur over and over. I'm seeing a pet right now, a dog. I don't know what that means. I'm not going to dig into it because I'm kind of tired. I had a pretty extensive day today. So the basics that I'm trying to explain is we only go through things for our highest good. And when you pull the blame game on yourself or other people, then basically what you do is you kind of relive the timeline. You don't grow. When you can actually say, hey, I don't want to go back into it. Just seeing, there was this movie I watched, and I don't remember what the name of it was. I'm really bad with names of stuff. And it was basically like this lady who chose to only remember the positive things, and everybody thought that she had amnesia or whatever. Well, kinda in a way she did, but she just chose, like, she asked God one day, whatever you guys believe in, to forget the bad. And that's kind of like the quote on my Facebook, like, always pray to have eyes that see the best in people, a heart that forgives the worst, and all that. There's a quote that I live by now. And so what I do is I clear every day, sometimes more than that, to where I forget even the worst in myself, because the more you hold on to like what you did wrong, the more it's going to reactivate in your timeline. When you realize that, hey, I'm here, all that matters is right now, you have a chance to begin anew. And there's a lot of good information out there about that, being in the now, being current. And when the past does come up, yeah, deal with it, hash it out, in a high vibration, and stay in your integrity, tell the truth. But you don't have to sit there and dwell on it, because not everything's your fault. It takes two. It takes two to dance. It takes two to tango. It takes two to, come into this, nasty karmic cycle. And blame and guilt is not the way to go. All right, that's all I have. Thank you for your likes, your shares, and your subscribes.